first question was about the current capacity of childcare in Peterborough. There are over 2,700 children on the wait list for childcare in Peterborough and only 58 licensed programs. We asked, what would your plan be to increase spaces for early childhood education?
Part of increasing spaces is having staff to go along with the increased spaces. And that involves paying locals $25 an hour. As well, we recognize that a lot of employees in the childcare industry are women. So having a gender-based analysis of government legislation as well as programming would be important. And I also know that from my sister who works in the daycare industry in Kingston and studied in the field, how important early learning is. And as a kid, I had special programming related to autism that helped me succeed. I was a kid, so I don't remember too much about the specific details. And then educating the educators is also important. So funding post-secondary education, and so working with the Ontario's education funding formula, so it adequately reflects student needs, and review the funding every 5 years. And then I know that that this applies to probably elementary and secondary, but work with school boards to ensure recruitment and retention policies for staff that are transparent and reflects diversity of Ontario's population, to ensure that those are culturally relevant and responsive programming. And I would advocate as a member within the Green Party of including the daycare industry within that consultation. And there should be multidiscipline training to help students who have sensory and behavioral issues and as well as adopting teaching strategies that help support students with a wide range of accommodation needs. And then municipalities and federal governments have different programming and support that they can provide. So working with them would be beneficial.
Our second question was about the workforce crisis in early childhood education. Currently, programs all over Ontario are struggling to find staff, and in particular, qualified staff. We asked how they would address this staffing crisis in childcare.
Yes. Well, I would advocate that the post-secondary education investments in that area to attract more staff. When I read the question, I viewed it as one question combined. But yeah, definitely changing, converting OSUP loans to grants would help with students' debt, increasing pay for early learning educators, indexing base operating grants for Ontario's post-secondary institutions to the weighted national average, followed by inflation increases. But yeah, right now, I feel that the daycare industry and my I've heard people say that other people say this, that the daycare industry is underfunded, like they're not paid enough. So that's the main issue that I see, and why people might not want to go into the industry. And then engagement with your organization as well. Like after this recording, or if you're comfortable, I would like to ask what your top priorities are.